Hey, how's everyone doing? Happy Monday. It's me, Vick. I'm going to be chatting to Cher Lloyd as soon as she joins the live. This is Fan Mail Live, so this is something that we put on our Instagram TV, on IGTV, and you can ask any questions that you want. So yeah, just ask them in the comments. I'll talk to her for a little bit and then I'll be able to ask your questions as well. Anything that you want to know. She just released Lost and it's really sick. I really like it. It's a really upbeat tune, but I'm really interested to know like what it feels like to release a song like this in isolation. Cher's here. Okay. Lots of collab questions I can see. Yes, ask questions in the comment. That's right. Thanks, Kelly. And there she is.
Hello.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Right, aren't I?
Babe, I mean, I've got a tan now from the weekend. No, you're good. You're good. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. How's isolation going for you?
You know what? It's okay.
Yeah,
Like, I just think just have to stay indoors.
that's it, isn't it? We've been
And
asked to do harder things before, right?
yeah, and I just think there's lots of people that have to leave the house, and that's scary.
Yeah, yeah,
But
you're
like,
right.
I'm great with staying indoors. We're having a great time at home. Like, we're all good.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. Putting things in perspective is probably the best thing that you can do, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you seem to have that. So that, one more can you ask at a time like this? And you've just released a track. You've released Lost in isolation. Did you celebrate despite the situation?
I think I celebrated the response for sure.
Yeah.
Because I just had no idea how it was going to go. Like to release a song on a normal day, like you have like a promo plan, you
Yeah.
go out, you do TV,
All sorts.
all sorts of stuff, radio stations. We don't have that now.
Yeah.
Literally, the power is in my phone. Like,
Yeah, you've got stuff like this. In some ways, though, it's almost like you're more connected with your fans because you're literally going live with them. Where you do these junket interviews and that, you're talking to an interviewer, but now everything is direct. In some ways, is that better? Like, do you enjoy it?
I found it probably the easiest that I ever have releasing a song this way because it's all on my terms as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's controlled by me and how I'm feeling that day, and it's just a mixture of things. But for me, like you said, I have the option to go online, connect with fans one on one, and that has been like so good for me. Like not only the fact that I'm getting my song out, but it's like good for me mentally too to connect with people. Like it's been brilliant.
You remember why you do it, don't you? Because I mean, you literally looking at these messages coming in now. People are so happy to hear from you and to see you and to be able to ask their questions to you directly. Things that they genuinely want to know, not just things that I'm like chatting about. It matters so much more. But it's great to have a song. What are you most looking forward to? Because hopefully we're going to get performances and further down the line.
Yeah, I think any opportunity that I get to do a live performance, it's like I'm just made up, So it doesn't matter where it is. Like if you give me a microphone, I'll sing.
Are you going to do lives like live performances on Insta and that?
We've been trying to figure stuff out because obviously my band aren't here.
Yeah.
Like I think we've got it down. Literally today we figured it out. So I'm hoping to be able to do that. And I don't play any instruments. And at a time like this, I'm really kicking myself that I don't.
You're in a kitchen, Cher. Go in that drawer. The spoons. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give them. I don't know how to play them, but I'm sure there's a way of learning. There'll be a tutorial on YouTube.
Give it a go.
Try that.
I guess I could try, but we'll get there. Like I got sent a couple of like clips today of ideas how we can do it. And we'll figure it out, but it just feels good to finally have a new song out, even if it is at a bit of a crazy time.
It feels really apt, you're singing about being lost and you kind of find yourself, don't you, at a time like this?
Mm-hmm.
You find yourself over and over again in all sorts of different ways. I mean, is there anything that you've realized about yourself during this time, or anything that you've tried out, any new creative things? Or I feel like a lot of people are just doing new things, doing things differently.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is that you ever feel yourself like get worked up about not doing enough?
Yeah.
And you watch everybody else and you're like, oh, but this person did this today, and oh, it looks so wonderful. Well, what I've learned is that what other people are doing, I shouldn't hang on to living up to expectations of what we all should be doing.
Yeah,
And that
I agree.
actually it's all right to have a day or two where you're like, I'm not going to do anything today. I don't feel like doing it. So I'm
Yeah.
sorry that I didn't make banana bread today.
You know
And I'm
what?
sorry that I didn't run a brush through my hair.
Join the club. I tried to make banana bread the other day. I went to my fridge. I realised I didn't have any bananas. And that was the point at which I gave up.
Well, it's quite a key. It's a key thing that you would have needed.
It wasn't my time.
Well, lots of other people are making it anyway, so
I know.
you're all right. You're
Thanks,
okay.
thanks, Cher. You're right, though. I think we need to learn not to look for validation in other people and not to compare ourselves constantly, because the internet, it can do that. It can be a brilliant thing, but it can be a dangerous thing like that.
Oh yeah, massively. And I think the other thing is we have to remember that platforms like Instagram and other platforms, you know, we're seeing the best of people.
Yeah, it's filtered.
We're seeing the best. When you go on my Instagram, you're seeing the best of me on my Instagram.
Yeah.
You're not seeing me
Look at me on
home in my pajamas,
Yeah.
my makeup on, ranting and raving about my day. You're not seeing that, are you?
Well, let me have a little bit of that now, though, because I want to know the type of things that get you to isolation. What are you binge watching? What are you listening to?
Okay, so me and Craig at the moment are getting through Peaky Blinders.
Do you like it?
We are loving it.
Are
We're
you?
on series 2 at the moment. So yeah, it's just starting to like ramp up, and
Yeah.
we're like hooked on it already.
And you've got
It's
loads ahead of you as well, which is exciting.
Yeah, like it's really good to get into something. But yeah, just doing a bit of that. We watched the Joe Exotic thing too.
Tiger King.
Yeah, we watched
What
that.
did you think?
Did you watch that?
Yeah, okay, so obviously you don't know what to expect, because what you're getting yourself into is unlike anything else you've ever seen on TV. I enjoyed it. I always think that documentaries on Netflix are just a little bit too long.
I do too.
Do you think that, yeah,
Like, you probably could have
lost a couple of,
Yeah.
skim them off, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it was good. And I liked that every time something happened, you're like, I didn't see that coming. It just got weirder.
It did get weirder. And like even now I finished it, I'm like, I still don't know what went on.
Yeah. That's all right.
I've got no idea. I think the whole time I was going,
Yeah. I don't think anyone else does. I don't think they do either. That's why it's not all been resolved yet.
Carol Baskin.
Yeah. Someone just commented, I probably can't repeat. Anyway, just Carol Baskin stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could talk about it for ages. When you're in isolation, and I think something that's been really helpful and a really good use of this platform is that people have been sharing tips and tricks for picking themselves up if they feel a bit down. You know, if they are in that state that you just mentioned, where you've been comparing yourself, or you're feeling low or overwhelmed or anxious, what helps get you through?
I think music plays like a massive part in cheering myself up, because like if I listen to a particular song, I associate it with a memory.
Right.
And that's the way that I tend to pick myself up. But there's lots of things. I think a big thing is just switching everything off for a bit.
Yeah.
And just having some time without any distractions. And of course that can be really difficult right now, because it's not like we can switch off and just go wander around and get distracted like that. We can't.
No.
But yeah, music has been the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And also like it's just difficult, like everyday things you tend to get caught up in, like, oh, I've not done this, I've not done that. There was always tomorrow, because we're going to be here tomorrow, aren't we?
We're here for a while, not going anywhere.
No,
No.
but also I think we're all, the thought that we're all in the same boat as well. And that
Absolutely.
there's plenty of other people that feel exactly the same way that you do. Just because the people on your Instagram feed look like they're having a whale of a time, you know, doesn't mean there's other people that aren't feeling like you are.
I think we make ourselves so busy, don't we? We make ourselves feel guilty for not being busy, which we don't need to do that. As you say, there's enough time. We're all in it together.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I am going to ask you some questions from the fans now. So I'm just going to scroll through. I mean, there's quite a few people asking about, and I know that it's a question you probably get asked a lot, but who would you love to collaborate with?
Oh, this question like gets me every time.
I know so many. We've got one here from Anira, Perry, all asking about collaborations, and also I'll put this at the same time, an album. So if we were going to get an album, when would it happen, and who else could be on it?
Do you know what? If it was up to me, I'd just release one tomorrow. I have the material. Yeah, it's all ready. I've been writing for 6 years now. 6 years, like
that's a lot of material.
it's a lot. There's a lot, and I'm sure that some of the songs that don't get put on this album might possibly be sang by other people.
Okay.
But I'm ready. Like I'm totally ready. I guess there's a few hurdles to jump through first, and we all know what it can be like. You know, it's not just my decision when the date is, but people better hurry up or I'll just leak it myself.
I love the idea of you self-leaking. You know what? I mean, I don't want to be a part of this or advocate it in case I get in trouble. But if you leak it, you leak it. I'm sure there'll be a lot of people who are quite happy.
I just feel like my life is writing music, singing, and what is the point if I don't actually get to put it out?
Yeah.
I have dedicated fans that have, you know, been there for me for nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
They deserve fresh material from me. And that's why I released Lost when I did. It was always planned to be released that day. There were a lot of people that were like, oh, we're not sure. And I was like, you have to give this song to them. Like, please let this be one of the things that lifts their spirits. Yeah. And that's the reason I did it. I was like, no, go for it, release it. Yeah.
When you do release an album, whenever that happens, will we get a tour? Because you've got fans. It's always overwhelming seeing. I've got fans from Argentina here, Germany, Japan, all over the world. They would love to see you, and I'm sure you'd love to travel and get to perform it.
Oh yeah, 1,000,000%. Like I live to be on stage. I feel like that's when I'm most happy. And just like I get to feel energy from a crowd, and that's like the biggest thing for me. Like to get that energy. It's very different jumping into a booth and singing the song to getting on a stage and singing the song.
Right.
I hope to have the opportunity to do a tour. That's really all it comes down to, is just being given the opportunity to go and do that. And yeah, just reconnect with fans again is the main goal.
I like this question. It's very far removed from the last one, but Lexi has asked, oh my God, Cher, do you still knit?
Do I still? No, I've got a 2-year-old. I don't knit anymore.
Did you used to knit though?
I did for a while. I found it quite like relaxing.
It is therapeutic.
It is quite therapeutic, but I wasn't very good at it.
All right.
I would do like a couple of rows and be like, oh, well, this could be a scarf. I'll just continue it. And then I just end up with a really crap scarf.
Yeah.
That no one really wanted.
It takes a lot, doesn't it, though? I remember when I started knitting and I thought I was going to make a big scarf. And it was only big enough to put on a small teddy bear because I just couldn't keep going.
Keep going. It's too much. And you get like, we won't go into our knitting.
Potentially a little bit connected to that question. UK 2+ has texted saying, have you got any funky socks on today, Cher?
Do you know what? I haven't today for the reason on my live the other day, I looked down. I went to put my foot up like this, in the shop, and I realised I had socks with they were Easter socks with chicks and Easter eggs on them.
Well, it was just Easter. That's perfect.
Yeah, I know, but not what I wanted people to see. Like, it just wasn't that glam. But today I've got black socks on for that reason, because I didn't want to slip up again.
No, but that's slick, you know. Very like Vogue.
Yeah.
This is from Kelsey. Any hobbies you're doing while you're stuck at home?
Hobbies?
Yeah.
No, this all comes down to that, that thing of like, try not to be too like hard on yourself.
Yeah.
And it's
okay to not have structure at a time like this.
And do you know what? My days are going by pretty quickly.
Yeah. It's mad, isn't it?
It is crazy. Like, the days are going by so quickly. And I'm grateful for that, because that means that they're good days. Like, but there's always stuff to be getting on with, especially at home. Like, there's no excuse to have a messy house right now.
Man, I can't even tell you. Like, I've cleaned the bathroom I've lived in this house for 2 years, but in the last 3 weeks, I've cleaned the bathroom more than I have in the rest of the 2 years altogether.
Yeah.
I don't know what's become of me.
I bet you found like little imperfections.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
around the house, and you're like, oh, I didn't know that was there before.
Yeah.
That's me.
I've gotten quite good at this, yeah. But the thing is, I was talking to some friends today, and they were saying, that this is all going to fall away when this is over. We'll have the best intentions. We'll be like that. We're going to save money. That we're going to be really clean. We're going out of this. We're going straight to the pub.
Oh yeah. Oh, 1,000,000%. Like, I've just started like planting flowers.
Oh,
in the garden.
No, that's love. That's really nice.
Yeah, it's nice, but is this something that I will continue when I can go back outside? I'm not sure.
I mean, we can do a bit of a bet. I'll put money on no.
No. Probably not. But
no.
I'm sure it'll look lovely, and while it lasts. But let's see.
And we've got a few people saying that they too will be going to the pub, so it's all right. There's nothing to feel guilty about. We've got a question here. Which female rapper would you like to collaborate with if you could choose anyone?
It's really difficult, because like, I used to listen to Nicki Minaj when she released the first mixtape that she released, and I was in school at the time, and like, me and my best friend at the time would memorize all the lyrics. We'd go around school and we'd do the songs off her mixtape.
Yeah.
And I still would say that she is one of my favorite female rappers ever.
She's like she's unrivaled in so many ways, and I think also as a writer, a lot of people compare her to Lil' Kim, but I don't want to be controversial in saying this, but I think as a writer she surpasses her as a female rapper. She's fantastic.
Yeah, she really is. I think she set the bar like up here.
Yeah.
And I think it would be very difficult for anyone to pass her, for sure, without being like too controversial. But no, she will always remain one of my favourites, for sure.
And would you ever collaborate with her if you could?
I'd die.
Yeah.
Be like, what? Yeah, 1,000,000%. I just think she brings something that nobody else does, and that's really powerful. And I remember when like her big thing at the beginning was like doing the collaborations, and she said like 50K for a verse, no album out, and I was like just that is like,
hey,
amazing.
Put it out into the universe. You just, if you say these things, you never know.
I do believe in that. I'm a massive believer in you put it out there and keep feeding it, and it will happen. I'm definitely a true believer in that.
Absolutely. And just finally, because we're running out of time, but since we're looking at things that we want to do in the future, I think this is a nice question, because it's nice to feel positive about what the future. Jess has asked, what is one place in the world that you've always wanted to go? So many of us are like planning the first holiday we can go on when this is all over.
Do you know what? The craziest thing is I've been to so many countries in like
Right.
my short life. I've never been to France. Like I've just never been, and that's always somewhere that it just seems so romantic.
Yeah. I think
And
often with places that are close, you kind of like, well, it's that easy. I'll go anytime, whatever. But yeah, it's beautiful. Go there.
yeah, and I have like a big like French fan base, and yeah, it just seems crazy to me that I've been all over the world and I haven't been there. It's crazy.
Well, first thing after lockdown, obviously the pub, followed
Yeah,
by Paris
right.
to
Oh,
plan.
that'll be
Yeah.
so nice, so romantic. Oh,
Looking forward to it. Cher, thank you so much for chatting to me. Thank you so much for answering so many questions from your fans. They're so excited to have you back. It's great to have new music. Lost is it's sick, man. It's great to have a
thank
video
you.
as well.
Yeah, and
So
also it's all set on a bed on my own. Like it couldn't be more
yeah, it's
relevant.
apt. It is so
Apt for
appropriate.
right now. I'm literally on my own, on a bed. I'm not moving. I am following all the advice that's been given.
It's the quarantine anthem, and I'm here for it.
Brilliant.
Thank
Thank you.
you so, so much. It's been an absolute pleasure. Enjoy the rest of Peaky Blinders. You're in for a
Thank
treat.
you. Thank you. And good luck with the banana bread. Get those
Oh, I need to
bananas.
buy the bananas first, don't I?
All right.
I'll do that.
Cheers. Thank
Bye,
you. Bye.
Cher.
Bye.
See
Bye.
you.